and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jodie, and in this video I'm going to be doing another Facebook Marketplace mystery DVD haul. So I don't know, you might have seen on my channel a few months ago I did I think I did 4 videos where I basically had bought 4 boxes of DVDs, mystery DVDs off Facebook Marketplace, and I basically went through the boxes and just showed everything that was in them on camera. So yeah, I bought another couple of boxes. This time I bought 3 boxes. And I bought them for a $5 a pop, so it's really not a bad price to pay, just for especially just kind of for the fun of kind of going through them and seeing what's in them. So yeah, I bought 3 more boxes, and I'm going to go through each box and show you everything that's in them. So yeah, it is still the same woman selling them, and yeah, she said she has so many more where these ones came from. So yeah, potentially there could be more hauls into the future, but just for this for these videos I just decided to pick up 3, because like it took me a while to actually get rid of the other boxes that I had bought, and actually just to donate them and kind of move them along. And my dad actually came up and he took some as well, so they are now finally cleared out of my house, so I can obviously bring more boxes in and start the process again. So I think there's about like 75 odd DVDs in each box, so I'm just going to go through box number 1 now, and I've just taken out like a stack here just so I can go through them. But yeah, if you like know any of these movies, I think there's going to be a lot of movies that are unknown to me. She was kind of asking me what kind of movies I wanted her to put in the boxes, and I literally just said just put obscure titles in, just completely random ones, not like the kind of mainstream films, because obviously with these kind of hauls you do get a lot of Devil Wears Prada, Sex and the City, all that kind of thing. So I just said just obscure and just as random as possible, just to kind of make it a little bit more fun. So only God knows what is in these boxes. So yeah, if you do know any of these titles, if you've seen them before or recommend them, definitely please let me know down below. But the first title is this. I don't know what this is. So this one is Death of a Prophet, The Last Days of Malcolm X, and it says it stars Morgan Freeman. So yeah, that does not look like Morgan Freeman, but I'm guessing like maybe Morgan Freeman is in it a little bit, so they were like, let's put his name on the front. But yeah, I don't know anything about this one. I don't know. I presume it's a story about Malcolm X. I actually have not seen the Malcolm X with Denzel Washington yet, so maybe that's one I need to watch before kind of thinking about watching this one. But yeah, The Last Days of Malcolm X is the first one. Then we have, this looks like definitely like a B movie. This one is The Cartier Affair, and it stars David Hasselhoff and Joan Collins. So yeah, I don't know what this one is. Also stars Telly Savalas. Possibly like a TV movie. It's still sealed. Actually, there's a lot of these that are still sealed, so yeah, like ones that are obviously going to be in very good condition. So yeah, never heard of this one, The Cartier Affair. So the next one, yeah, I definitely have heard of this one. This is one I actually found on VHS in a charity shop before, and I did pick it up, but I haven't watched it yet. So this one is apparently it's the like musical biopic of the Judds, so Naomi and Winona Judd, as far as I can remember. And this one stars Kathleen York and Vivica Davis, and it is called Love Can Build a Bridge. So yeah, this one actually isn't meant to be too bad, so definitely one I need to check out. Possibly I will maybe get rid of the VHS and maybe keep this one and have a look at it and see what I think. But yeah, don't know kind of really too much about it, but I have heard pretty good things. So yeah, Love Can Build a Bridge. Then we have this looks like an entry into the Conan franchise. This one I've never heard of, and it is Heart of the Elephant. This one stars Ralph Moeller, Danny Woodburn, Robert McRae, TJ Storm. Never heard of any of these people. So yeah, to be honest, I haven't seen the original Conan, so definitely this one, it's not going to be high up on the watch list. Let me know if I need to watch the original Conan, if it's something that you like, if it's something that you think I might be interested in. But this one looks a little bit on the cheap side, but again, definitely please let me know if you are a Conan fan. Oh, the next one, this one is one I do have actually. This one is, I think this is executive produced by Dustin Hoffman. Yeah, it is executive produced by Dustin Hoffman, and it is this one with Kirsten Dunst, The Devil's Arithmetic. Yeah, so I do have this one in the collection already, but yeah, it's just an interesting one to see come up. So yeah, Devil's Arithmetic. Then next we have a, oh, this one looks to be a horror film. So this one with Tom Skerritt, it's Nightmare at Bitter Creek. Yeah, well, I've never heard of this one before, but this could be a fun one to check out. Let's see, it says, 4 vacationing women backpacking in the Sierra Mountains unwittingly stumble upon a hideout and are terrorized by a ruthless group of neo-Nazis in a deadly game of cat and mouse. Okay. Okay, definitely going to check this one out. This one sounds ridiculous, but possibly could be a lot of fun. So yeah, Nightmare at Bitter Creek. Then next we have, oh, I've heard that this one is not that good. This one is Bram Stoker's The Legend of the Mummy 2. Yeah, I've heard pretty kind of shocking things about this one, to be honest. Trying to see if there's even any actors in this that I can recognize. It just has like the tiniest writing, so I can't really see, but yeah, I've heard that this one is supposed to be pretty shocking. So again, let me know if you've seen this, if you have any thoughts. Yeah, definitely let me know down below. Next we have one with Michael Caine. Actually, yes, some of the Michael Caine fans can let me know if they've seen this one. This one is called Shadowrun. Never heard of it in my life. It says, Haskell is a professional hardened robber who takes an assignment to rob a high security van from aristocratic Landon Higgins. Haskell assembles a team to carry out the heist, which will involve split-second timing, but things are not going to go smoothly. So yeah, again, never heard of this one. Doesn't look the best, to be honest, but yeah, again, let me know if you are a Michael Caine fan and have seen this one. Then we have another one I've never heard of, From the Mind of Mel Brooks, starring Don Adams and Barbara Feldon. And it says, Get Smart Again. So yeah, absolutely no idea what this is. Presume it's, if it's like, you know, kind of inspired by a Mel Brooks kind of story, then it is probably like supposed to be like quite a funny kind of satirical movie. But yeah, absolutely never heard of that one either. And there's going to be a good few of these ones I'm going to need to look into and actually kind of check the reviews and everything and see if they're worth my time. But then next we have, oh, okay, this one, yeah, this one is directed by Mario Bava, and this one is A Bay of Blood. I've definitely heard good things about this one. It says this one is previously banned, so maybe Marcus or Tim or Ash or someone maybe can let me know, is this one of like the video nasties maybe? But yeah, Mario Bava, Bay of Blood, definitely one I'm going to keep, because I haven't seen this one before. So yeah, definitely a keeper for me. And then next we have, oh dear, this one, okay, this one doesn't look like my cup of tea. This one stars Miranda Otto and Martin Kemp, and it's called Daydream Believer. Again, never heard of this one before. So it says, Nell always loved horses more than she loved people. That is until she met millionaire playboy Digby Olsen. He's the kind of guy women always fall for. She's the kind of guy men fall over. So yeah, never heard of it. Does not look like it's going to be my cup of tea, but again, let me know. Then next we have this one starring C. Thomas Howell and Sophie Ward. This one is called The Big Fall. Again, not one I've heard of before. This one looks like it's an LA kind of crime thriller movie. So yeah, just one I definitely need to look into. It actually says it's directed by C. Thomas Howell as well. So yeah, I'm gonna look into this one and see kind of what the reviews are like and everything. Then we have one, okay, we have one with John Wayne, Henry Silva, Bo Svensson and Ernest Borgnine, and this one is Manhunt. So that's what that one looks like. And yeah, this one looks to be a western. So this one says it says John E. Wayne. I actually thought it said John Wayne, so I don't know, is that the same as John Wayne? Probably not. So it says John E. Wayne stars in this modern day western as a young man unjustly accused of horse theft. After buying 2 horses at an Arizona racetrack without getting a receipt, he is stopped when riding across the land of a rancher named Robeson, played by Ernest Borgnine. So yeah, the very famous John E. Wayne stars in this movie. So yeah, definitely one I need to kind of look into and see what the reviews are like again. Not one I've heard of before. But yeah, could be interesting. I am always on the hunt for kind of modern westerns to watch. So yeah, Manhunt could be a bit of fun. Then next we have another surprise, another one I've never heard of before, but this one stars Gary Cole and Eleanor Braddock. Yeah, Gary Cole is a good actor, so could be one to check out. This one is Santa Fe. So this one says 8 months after Paul escaped with his wife and daughter from the besieged Lawrence Culpeper cult in Cheyenne, after saving the lives of several children and sustaining gunshot wounds in a daring rescue bid, Paul returns to his job as a police officer in Santa Fe. His family life in tatters, Paul struggles to come to terms with his wife's new relationship with Dan, a new age type who runs the World Peace Acupuncture Clinic. Suspicious of Dan's true intentions, Paul decides to join his family at a Labor Day weekend retreat run by Eleanor Braddock, the leader of a new age self-help cult. So what, the family kind of leave one cult and join another one? I don't know, but yeah, it could be interesting. I do like a good cult movie, so another one I think I might look into and possibly check out. So yeah, Santa Fe. The next we have this one with Dolph Lundgren. This one says it's a high octane thriller, enemy of the state meet exit wounds, and it is this one, Hidden Agenda. So yeah, don't know anything about this one either. It says former special agent Jason Price erases identities. If a witness wants protection or a deep cover agent needs to disappear, Prince's dataless network can lose them for good. So it looks like a kind of like a sci-fi kind of thriller movie. So yeah, Hidden Agenda sounds kind of interesting. And then next we have this looks like a kind of gangster kind of movie. This one is Nitty the Enforcer. Capone had the reputation, Nitty had the power. Again, never heard of this one. Yeah, and I really don't recognize anyone really on the list of credits either. This one stars Anthony LaPaglia is the only name I know here. So yeah, if you have seen this film, Nitty the Enforcer, definitely let me know. Then next we've got another action film. So this one stars James Russo, Gary Busey, Michael Madsen and Jeff Fahey. And this one is called Too Hard to Die. Yeah, another one I don't know anything about. A pretty strong kind of cast. Like a very good kind of action star kind of cast, but yeah, not one I've heard of. So yeah, I'll definitely look into this one and see what it's all about. Then next we have oh, this one looks interesting. So this one it stars Karen Allen and Barry Bostwick, and this one is called Challenger, and it says it's based on the true story of the tragic space shuttle disaster. So yeah, that one sounds like it's right up my street, definitely one I'd be pretty interested to check out. I don't know how like high quality this is going to be, but definitely one that really interests me. So yeah, Challenger, definitely going to check this one out. Then next we have this one says in the tradition of 28 Days Later and Dawn of the Dead, this one is called Doomed. So obviously like a kind of zombie kind of movie. To be honest, like I'm not a big zombie kind of person. Like I'm not, like, of all kind of horror genres, zombies are kind of not really my cup of tea. So yeah, I don't know if I'll be checking this one out. It just kind of hasn't been my cup of tea. If there is any zombie movies that you think I should check out, maybe I'll give them a go. But like if I don't enjoy some of the bigger ones, I don't think I'm going to enjoy like a B kind of zombie movie. So yeah, probably one I'm going to skip over. Then next we have this one looks like maybe a martial arts kind of film. This one is called Las Vegas Warrior, and it stars Laurie Hanley and Sukwu Nam. Yeah, again, not really my kind of genre, to be honest. So another one that I don't really even think I'm going to bother kind of looking into, because it just doesn't look like my cup of tea. Then we have a what looks to be like a car kind of action movie. This one says explosive high octane action, and it's called In the Red. Again, I don't think this one really looks like my cup of tea. It just says, yeah, it's like a gang with a passion for fast women and even faster cars wheel and deal in big cities' brutal underworld. Yeah, not really my cup of tea, unfortunately, but yeah, obviously if it's one you've seen and one you enjoy, let me know. I'd be surprised if anyone has seen that, to be honest. Next we have this one. Okay, another one I've never heard of. This one looks a little bit more interesting. So this one is called Miss Monday. A screenwriter is watching his main character come to life. Yeah, that's what that one looks like. Maybe looks like a thriller, maybe like a crime thriller kind of movie. I don't know, never heard of it again, but one I might look into. Then we have okay, this one with Danny Aiello and Sally Kirkland. This one is called Wilbur Falls, and it says, in a small town, revenge can be deadly. Yeah, again, can't comment on this one because I haven't seen it, but probably looks a little bit more interesting to me than some of the other ones. So yeah, one I might do a bit of research into and see kind of what the story is with it. So then next we have this one I have heard of. I know this one is actually out, it's out on Arrow Video, and but I do actually have this one on DVD already, and it's this one with Tommy Lee Jones. It's Black Moon Rising. So yeah, I haven't actually watched this one yet. I got it a good while ago, but I haven't watched it yet, so definitely one I need to kind of get onto. But yeah, Black Moon Rising is the next one. Then we have one, yeah, another one. I'm definitely not going to be checking this one out. So this one is Jamie Oliver's Cook Your Way to a Stress-Free Christmas with Jamie Oliver. So yeah, like, does anyone need to ever watch like a cooking DVD ever again, or can we just kind of Google all this kind of stuff now? So yeah, definitely not going to be one I'm going to be checking out, unfortunately. The next we have another one with C. Thomas Howell. This one also with Kristen Dalton and Jeff Fahey. This one is called The Sweeper. Another one I don't know anything about, but it looks like another kind of like LA cop kind of crime movie. So yeah, just another one I can't really say anything about it, but definitely one I'll look into to see what it's all about and see what the reviews are like. Then we have this one maybe looks like a, I don't know, maybe a sci-fi or maybe actually like a political thriller of some kind. This one is called 10th of a Second, and yeah, there is literally no one in this that I recognize. This one says 10th of a Second is a powerful account of one man's desperate attempt to fight a racist, oppressive government. This political thriller centers around Michael Wilder, a school teacher and political activist with a failing marriage. Wilder is a member of the organization which is involved in subversive activities against the state. One day, Raymond, a fellow member, visits Wilder and leaves him with a suitcase which he discovers contains a bomb that Wilder is expected to place at a busy shopping centre. But things do not go according to plan, and the consequences of his actions result in devastating effects for Wilder and his grip on reality. That actually doesn't sound too bad, to be honest. I wonder like how good the execution is going to be, but like that description didn't actually sound too bad. So yeah, another one to maybe look into a little bit more. And then next we have, this definitely looks like an older movie. It says 2004, but I think that's probably from when the DVD came out. This one is called I Am a Camera, and it says the precursor to Cabaret. And I literally just watched Cabaret for the first time yesterday, and I didn't really kind of like it that much. So yeah, I don't think this is going to be one that's going to be kind of for me, to be honest. Maybe Stuart or Roy, I know they really enjoyed it, so maybe this might be one for you to check out next. Then this one looks like a 90s kind of like witchy kind of movie. This one is called The Secret Craft. Again, never heard of this one. So this one says, when Reese Hauser and his father relocate to a small Californian town, he soon becomes friends with the coolest in his school, Zach. Zach introduces Reese to his beautiful but weird sister Ashley and her cute friend Phoebe. They invite Reese to visit an ancient stone in a mystical clearing deep in the woods. The stone empowers the gang with the supernatural ability of their choice. All four marvel in their newfound power, but soon turn the school into their own personal hell. Why does that sound so good? Yeah, like if this, like now this looks like pretty cheap and like kind of pretty much looks like a B movie, but if that was like a more like kind of, you know, high quality movie, I think that actually sounds pretty good. So yeah, I want to look into it on IMDb, but it sounds good, but I have a feeling the execution is not going to be kind of fantastic. So yeah, that one is The Secret Craft. And then next we have, who the hell is that? Gulager. We have, he's the main actor in it. So it says the story of a boy with a hunger for life, and it says it's called Teen Vamp. Gulager, never heard of him. So this one is yeah, it says high school is a time where the fun never stops, but for Murphy Gilcrease, the fun never started. He's uncool, unliked and unloved, tormented by class bullies and ignored by popular girls. Murphy is a lost soul. To find his manhood, Murphy and his only friend, Delbert Hanley, visit a local sleaze motel bar where they encounter a very willing prostitute. She brings Murphy back to her room, but just as she begins to seduce him, the prostitute turns into a vampire. Now bitten on the neck, Murphy is transformed into a fully fledged vampire and his life will never be the same. Okay, so he becomes a vampire because he gets bitten by a prostitute. Could be a bit of fun, possibly. I don't know. Let me know if you've heard of this one. Definitely never one I've ever heard of before, but could potentially be a bit of fun with some friends and some beer, maybe. But yeah, Teen Vamp is the next one. So next is this one looks like maybe like a kids kind of sci-fi movie. This one is called Earth Minus Zero, and it says, hey, he shrunk mom and dad, cool. So I wonder, is it just like a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but with he shrinks the parents instead? I have absolutely no idea. Don't know how interesting this one looks to me, to be honest. Then next we have, I have no idea what kind of movie this is. Possibly a comedy, but I do see it does star Mike White. Yeah, I don't recognize anyone else, but it is it's a Miguel Arteta film. So okay, this one could be pretty interesting to check out. This one is called Chuck and Buck. Possibly a comedy film. I know Miguel Arteta did The Good Girl, which also starred Mike White, which is like one of my all-time favorite movies. So this one possibly could be one to check out. Then next we have, okay, this one is from a Final Cut Asia Entertainment label. This one is called The Closet, and yeah, looks to be some kind of horror movie. Another one I've never heard of before, but yeah, let me know if this is one you've heard of, The Closet. Then we have one with Judge Reinhold, Cecile Paoli, Casey Simasco and Rebecca Pauli. And this one is called Near Misses. Yeah, this one looks to be possibly a kind of like a romantic comedy kind of movie. Yeah, again, absolutely no idea about this one, Near Misses. Then next, this is a proper blast from the past. So this one, if you grew up in Ireland or the UK, you'll definitely know this show. This is a show called Changing Rooms, and I used to watch this all of the time when I was growing up. Anytime this was on, I used to watch it because it was basically a show that basically like two neighbors would swap places to like decorate the other's like house, or they would pick like a room, like a bedroom or something, and they would swap and they would each kind of decorate each other's room. And there was like so many disasters that they did, and just the absolutely awful kind of design choices that they made. And this was just like proper entertainment back in the day. I don't know if I would actually sit down and watch the DVD of this. Maybe I would. Just because this was such a fun show, and especially now that it was like from the early 2000s, to see like some of the design choices would just be very entertaining. So yeah, this one is Changing Rooms. Yeah, let me know if you remember Changing Rooms and if you used to watch it back in the day. So the next we have a double pack. So this one is two movies in one. The first one is called Al's Lads, and it says don't mess with Liverpool. That one looks like maybe like a Peaky Blinders kind of thing maybe. And then this one is called Me and Will, and it says Thelma and Louise meets Easy Rider. So yeah, I love Easy Rider, so yeah, could possibly be interesting to watch. This one actually says, yeah, the two women take to the American highway on their motorcycles in search of the legendary chopper ridden by Peter Fonda in Easy Rider. So yeah, could be interesting, could possibly not be very interesting. Yeah, we will see. I'll definitely look into it. Then we have this one is it says it stars Barbara Hershey and Richard Roxburgh. Yeah, I really like Barbara Hershey, so definitely one I would like to look into. And this one is called Passion. It says it's the story of Peter and Rose Granger. Yeah, I have no idea who they are. So yeah, maybe again an interesting one to maybe look into. And then we have okay, one with Geraldine Page, John Hart and Rebecca De Mornay. This one is The Trip to Bountiful, and that's what that one looks like. And it says it's a fascinating portrayal of an extraordinary journey home. Academy Award winner for Best Actress 1985. Okay, that's interesting because I don't think I've ever heard of this film. Yeah, again, maybe another one I need to kind of look into and see what it's all about and see if it's interesting. But yeah, let me know if you've heard of this one and if you've seen the performance in question that won the Academy Award. Yeah, A Trip to Bountiful, let me know. So then next we have this one says it's directed by Ron Howard. This must be like a pretty old film, like a pretty kind of early one of Ron Howard's films. This one I'd never heard of it. It's called Grand Theft Auto. So this one says teenage carnappers go wild in the funniest car movie ever. Can a young runaway couple get married in Vegas before two sets of parents, a jealous boyfriend and a private detective and a mob of bounty hunters catch them? Ron Howard's classic directorial debut. So yeah, yeah, it says it's a Roger Corman classic film. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto. This could be an interesting one actually to check out. So let me know if you've seen this one. The next we have, yeah, this one probably would be interesting to someone. This one does not look like my cup of tea. I don't tend to like watch a lot of kind of like theatrical kind of movies or, you know, Shakespeare kind of films or anything like that. But this one, it has a great cast. It's Laurence Olivier, John Gielgud and Ralph Richardson in Richard III. Yeah, I have absolutely no doubt that the performances and everything in this are just going to be absolutely superb, but it's just not one I ever kind of foresee myself watching, unfortunately. Then next we have this one. It says based on the true story of a daring underwater operation during World War II. It stars Lawrence Harvey, Dawn Adams and Sidney James, and it is called The Silent Enemy. Another one I've never heard of before. It says written and directed by William Fairchild. Yeah, it looks like a pretty old movie, possibly like the 60s maybe, or yeah, again, don't know too much about this one, The Silent Enemy. Okay, then next we have a film with Sharon Stone I've definitely never heard of. So this one, it says Angie is about to step over the edge, all she needs is a little help, and it's called Scissors. So yeah, possibly a very young Sharon Stone by the looks of things here, but yeah, another one I've never heard of. So if you know anything about this one, let me know. Then we have God, I have no idea what kind of movie this is. This one just says a campaign of terror on an innocent witness, and it's called Hollow Point. Absolutely no idea what this one is about. So yeah, probably one I just need to kind of look into. Then we have a film with this one with Russell Crowe. This definitely has to be like a very early performance from Russell Crowe. And this one is called Love in Limbo. Looks like it's probably set in the 50s. Yeah, maybe like a romantic kind of musical type movie. Yeah, absolutely no idea. So yeah, Love in Limbo. The next, and this one looks really interesting. So for a minute I actually thought it was The Ring, but this one is called The Ring Virus, and it says here that this one is based on the same novel Ringu by Suzuki Koji, which sparked the Japanese ring phenomenon. This Korean adaptation follows a journalist who investigates the mysterious death of her niece and discovers that she and all her friends have died under mysterious circumstances during a recent trip. So yeah, obviously it's based on the ring, but yeah, it looks very similar, doesn't it? Yeah, I never even heard of this one before, but yeah, any horror fans, any fans of the original Ringu, let me know if you've heard of this one before, the Ring Virus. Then we have a very showgirls kind of looking movie. This one is called, it says, The Dancing, the Romance, the Fantasy, Welcome to Candyland. Yeah, never heard of this one either, to be honest. Let's see, I don't even know anyone that stars in this one, but this one, okay, it actually looks like it's possibly something like Showgirls, but instead of like being actually like a showgirl, like a dancer, she becomes a prostitute. Yeah, I again don't know anything about it, can't comment on this one, but yeah, Candyland. Maybe I'll look into it and see what it's all about. Then we have a World War II documentary. This one is Victory at Sea, D-Day, Killers and the Kill. Then we have, this one is called the Solar Opposite. It just took me a minute, just that font is just absolutely brutal. Yeah, The Solar Opposite. This one starring Christopher Maloney, Timothy Busfield and Janelle Maloney. Oh yeah, so they're actually both in The West Wing, so that might be kind of interesting to see them in another role. So yeah, this one just looks like a kind of rom-com type movie, The Solar Opposite. Never heard of it. Yeah. The next up is one, yeah, this one has an interesting cast. So this one stars Chris Christopherson and Martin Sheen, who I really like both of those actors. So this one is called Original Intent. And yeah, there's just, I have absolutely no idea kind of what kind of movie this is going to be. Possibly a thriller, possibly a crime. Yeah, I'm really not too sure, but just for the cast, it's definitely one I'm going to look into and see if it's worth checking out. Then we have just one random DVD of the Stargate series, and we do have the whole Stargate box set because my husband's a really big fan of these. He's seen every single episode, so yeah, we do already have these. Then we have what says it's a classic Great British Comedy. I've never heard of this one before, but it's called Three Men in a Boat. Yeah, definitely never heard of this one, but does say it stars David Tomlinson, which is kind of interesting. So obviously it is an older film then, but not one I don't think that really kind of interests me all that much. Then next, I do actually have this DVD already because this one does star Linda Blair, and this one is called Heart of the Lie. Yeah, I don't remember this film kind of being great. It's probably because I was more annoyed that Linda Blair is actually not in it that much, so I was kind of, you know, I was kind of more so watching it for her, and she's not in it a massive amount. So but this one I do already have in my collection. Then next we have what looks to be another kind of mob movie possibly. This one is called In the Kingdom of the Blind. Yeah, another one I've never heard of before, so not sure if that's one that's going to be of too much interest to me. Then we've definitely a more classic film. This one, it looks to star Marilyn Monroe, and yeah, it says featuring one of Marilyn Monroe's earliest film appearances, and this one is Hometown Story. So yeah, I've never heard of this one before. I've actually not watched a lot of Marilyn Monroe films. So yeah, I don't know if this is a good one to check out. If you've seen it, of course, let me know. Then this one actually does kind of look interesting to me just from the cover. I don't know how good it's actually going to be, but this one is it's called Terror in the Shadows, and it says she wants her own family and she'll kill to get it. So it just looks like a kind of Hand That Rocks the Cradle kind of movie, which I love it. I love like a kind of family thriller movie like that. So if it's just as entertaining as that, then I'm in. I'm definitely going to check it out. Then next is one, I can't remember if I got this one before. I've definitely heard of this film. It looks like to be like an early role for Adam Sandler, and this one also stars Billy Zane and Billy Bob Thornton, and it is Going Overboard. So yeah, I feel like I might have got this one in one of the last mystery hauls, but I don't think this is going to be one I'm going to be checking out. Unfortunately, it just doesn't really look like my cup of tea. Then next we have this one is called Hologram Man. Yeah, another one I've never heard of before. Possibly a sci-fi action kind of film. Never heard of any of these actors either, so maybe one to look into as well. Then next, maybe Kenny from Kenny's Movie Palace can tell me about this one. This one stars Sandra Bullock, and it's called Hangmen. Yeah, I've never heard of this one before either. But it says, in this world, no one is innocent, and if you want to live, you've got to beat the hangmen. Yeah, never heard of it, but Kenny, if you have seen this one, definitely let me know whether it's worth checking out. This one, from what I can tell, it also stars Sam Elliott, who is fantastic as well, so could be an interesting one to check out as well. Then we have another one here with Martin Sheen. This one actually could be pretty interesting as well. So this one is called Shattered Spirits, and it says an alcoholic's family becomes a broken world of shattered spirits. So it seems like a family drama about an alcoholic and maybe how his family kind of cope with it and all that kind of thing. So yeah, I do like a good kind of just, you know, kind of family drama, something easy to watch. So yeah, that could be a good one to check out. Then we have one, this one says, when terrorists take an island, there's only one team tough enough for the job, and it's the US SEALs 2. Yeah, not one I've heard of either. It looks like it's actually kind of like a, you know, a martial arts kind of film. Yeah, I don't think this one looks like it's up my street either. I think just for me, martial arts is just not a kind of genre of film that I personally get on with, unfortunately. Then we have, this one is it says it's a BAFTA winning TV series. This one, oh God, I don't know anything about this one. Is that Robbie Williams? This one is, it's called Double Take. So this one says, winner of a BAFTA award in 2002 and nominated for Best Comedy Series, Double Take is the award-winning BBC Two series using the concept of lookalikes, royals, politicians and celebrities apparently spied upon when they assume they are unobserved. Using long lens, grainy shots and clever camera angles, this series puts our favourite celebrities in hilarious, compromising and unlikely situations in a totally realistic way. Because I literally did think that was Robbie Williams when I first looked at it. So yeah, obviously it's just someone that looks really like him. So yeah, I don't know. I've heard of obviously these kind of lookalike shows and everything before, and kind of candid camera shows and everything, but I don't think I've heard of this one. So yeah, if this is something you saw when it was on TV, let me know what you thought of it, if it was worth checking out. Then we're just down to the last two now, and this one I did get before as well, I think in one of the previous boxes, and it was not one that I was interested to keep, and it was this one, Pit Fighter with Stephen Bauer. Again, another one that's just not really my cup of tea. And then finally we have one here, this one says Blood, Bullets, Guns and Gangsters, and it's called Setup. So yeah, another one, don't know if it's up my street really, to be honest. It kind of looks like it's a Guy Ritchie kind of esque movie, but yeah, not too sure. Maybe I'll look into it, but doesn't really look like it's my kind of movie either, to be honest. Okay, so that was box number 1 of my Facebook Marketplace series. So yeah, like a lot of B movies, I think, mostly kind of B movies. You can tell that these are all kind of movies that I'd say when they were actually originally available, they were pretty cheap to buy. But yeah, I'm hoping that, you know, when I look into them a little bit more, there might be like a hidden gem in there somewhere. So yeah, of course, if you have seen any of them or have heard any of them, please let me know, and let me know which ones I should check out. But yeah, as I said, I do have two more boxes to go through in this series of the Facebook Marketplace hauls. So hopefully there will definitely be a couple of gems that will kind of make this worthwhile. So Yeah, if you are still watching this video, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And definitely please leave a comment down below with all your thoughts and any feedback, and yeah, just any comment you want to make. I love reading the comments and replying to everyone as well. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.